Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Dungeon, Lights Watch Dungeon with the Druid character in the open beta. And I'm going to show you the leveling build that I'm using right now. The Druid doesn't have a lot of damage, so I went with a sustainability route. So I'm just going to show you I have two legendaries that I picked up so far. And this one helps me deal 50%, 52% increased damage while I have a barrier active. And so obviously I'm going to have to play with the barrier that's available in the beginning of the skills. So we're looking at the skill tree here. I have the Earthen Bulwark barrier there. I have it leveled up twice, and it basically just absorbs a lot of damage based on the amount of life that I have. It absorbs 50% of my life. Now, the perfect combo for this that I've learned from playing other RPG games is if you're going to tank damage and have a barrier, it's also good to have heals that you have on top of the barrier. So what I'll do is use Blood Howl while I use the barrier, and the cooldowns are pretty much the same, 15 and 16 seconds, so they just go hand in hand together. It's absolutely perfect for a good survivability build because, like I said, you're not putting out big damage, so you need to be able to survive. And I heal while I armor up with the bulwark. So it's very simplistic. I don't even have 4 skills slotted here. I have the wolves here just because this is technically more health for you. That's the best way to think about it. It gives enemies something else to attack, and these things never die. Even though they do have a health bar, they just never die, and it gives you some space to run away. Unfortunately, you'll see my playstyle with this. We are on the hardest difficulty, and with this melee build character, it is very rough in this game. The open beta is not gracious to a lot of the melee classes like Barbarian and Druid. So you just get to take a look at the play style here so you can see it in action. It's nothing too spectacular, but I like a little bit of a challenge. So I'm trying to force it to work all the way to 25, and maybe by the time I get to 25, I'll have a I'll have a build that is more refined and maybe a little bit more usable. We'll never know what I'll come up with, even though I've seen videos online where people have not really come up with a bunch of great things. Um, so that little piece of damage that I'm doing there is the best damage that I could get off of the Druid. So I do want to explain that. I am using Lightning Storm as my core build move. It targets a lot of creatures. You don't really have to target them yourself sometimes. You can hit them behind walls or in other rooms. And then I'm just using the Earth Spikes, because it has Fortify. Basically, Fortify is something that's going to let you take reduced damage while you're spamming your basic attack, and we're just trying to reduce as much damage as possible. So that's what these 3 skills are for. This basic skill is for Fortify, and also the lightning is just our core damage here. And how do we get damage is when we have the barrier active, that's when I spam the lightning. That's the way I plan to build. I barrier up and I heal, and you'll see this over and over again. It's really the only way I can get damage. And um, barrier, heal. While the barrier is active, I gotta go ahead and spend all of my meter here. What is it called? Spirit. I gotta spend all of my spirit immediately using lightning strike. So what I'll do is over time I'll just fully max out lightning storm's power, because that is what the build is really focusing on as far as our DPS. And it even goes into a combo with this other legendary, which is the glove. I just got these. You increase the damage that you do while you're standing still. So I made sure I chose skills that I could use to stand still, and the damage just keeps stacking. And that's where you see that 30 thing right there. 30 is the highest you can get, and it's while you're standing still it can go all the way up to 30 as far as max damage. All right, so we'll just go ahead and play through this and see how we do. So yep, you see there. Um, so it's just small little bursts of damage, and I will stand in the middle of fights sometimes when it's like one-on-one. I actually trust my heal to work, and you see it actually helped me up pretty well. Another thing I'm gonna do is we're definitely gonna spend more points into the heal. We want it to heal more and more life eventually. So it is very reliable. So I've got 2 points in that, 2 points in the bulwark, which just increases the size of the barrier. So that's what I got so far. I really would like to unlock more skill points because I like to see how well the build does if I had those skills maxed out, just very focused on survivability, and then it does help with my damage too.
It is locked.
Watchman's Gate. So we're gonna have two watchmen on, a watchman on each side of the map here, I'm guessing. But yeah, so this strategy is really good defensively. And you see how I get the damage in right there, and I can stand still while I do it too. So technically it's a good build, it's just the fact that they just didn't program a lot of damage into his kit. And if they do, I mean Druid could really be nasty, to be honest. Because Druid has a lot of different fun skills. So I'll just heal up. That heal is actually really good. I was sleeping on that heal at first, but I totally rely on it now that I've gotten comfortable with Druid, playing these 15 levels with Druid. Totally comfortable with the heal now. I'll just tank damage because remember the spikes are fortifying me. So that's also allowing me to take more damage straight to my face while long as I'm spamming my basic attack. And plus I'm doing more damage as long as I'm staying still too. So there are some synergies in play here. Are they as good as the other classes that are available? No. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to play the game and it just be too easy. It's more fun trying to figure something out, trying to force the game to do something it is not really set to do. It's like you're not really set to get a lot of damage with Druid. Obviously, they just didn't program the numbers that way. But this is decent for now. There are some times where you really struggle. Like I said, this is the veteran tier too, so that's really the only thing that makes it hard is the fact that it's veteran tier. If it wasn't veteran tier, I don't think I would have as much of an issue with certain things here. Alright, let's just make sure we don't stand in that, whatever that was, all that stuff. We'll move over here for a sec.
I need time to do that.
So I use one health potion there just to be safe. Let me just get out of that corner. I don't feel confident there. And I'm kind of dashing badly here. I'm dashing into stuff. But you see my survivability is still pretty good too. And that's really what we're focused on, is because you can see the damage. I'm hitting some decent damage every now and then with the lightning strikes. Those lightning strikes are hitting hard. But I have to wait for my spirit to come up, and then it's like the only time my damage is up. So it's not like your damage is always online, like you're playing a rogue or necromancer or mage class. Your damage is always online with those classes. But that, technically, I feel like that's how it should be. But we work with what we got. I think Druid has some really cool and unique skills. It's just a shame of the numbers. Look at those basic attacks, it's horrible here. But at least it's giving me defense in between. It's a trade-off on that one. We'll go ahead and heal just to pick up that globe. Alright, we're gonna fight the other watchman in here. So look, we don't do that much damage to the watchman. Another thing I do is sometimes I just run around until my cooldowns go back. Occasionally I will need to spam some spikes. So I will do the spikes in between. I had to heal there just because something pushed me down. I wasn't paying attention. Just talking. But yeah, so I don't have any spirit, so I will try to gain a little bit of spirit here and there. Double dash out of there. And wait for my cooldowns to come back. Then, so the lightning, you see it took some chunks out. And it can hit other characters as well, or other minions. So you really have to play safe with the druid, unfortunately. You can't go just YOLO DPS because he doesn't have YOLO DPS like we're used to playing with a lot of characters in Diablo, where you can attack through and sometimes your attacks will heal you up or all this other stuff. And so far from what I've
I'm not
experienced, you
ready
just
yet.
can't do that with the druid. Not if you really want to survive. So some of it's just playing safe, playing cowardly at sometimes, just letting your cooldowns come back. So the next slot that I want to add to the build will probably just be another cooldown that complements the downtime that I have on these other things. And that will probably be something defensive too, just because I just need to stay alive until I can get my spirit back. Well, not my spirit, but my moves back online that I want. But as you can see, the heal is very reliable, like I was saying. And so that's one good thing. I didn't know how much I could really count on that heal at first. It didn't seem like it did much. But now pairing it with the armor, you can really make it effective because you get to actually get a chance to heal. That's what makes it great. Alright, so we're taking a look at this. So I'm not gonna take away my +2 on all my stats. I don't feel like that adds enough. Um, I'm not taking a +2 off of all my stats for that either. Okay, so nothing there. And I have to wait till I unlock the jewels at level 20 in order to put my socket in there. So yeah, we're just going to keep everything the way it is. Right now you can see my willpower is the highest, willpower and strength. So I got armor and basically healing and skill damage. Healing and skill damage are like armor, healing, and skill damage. So you can see just very tanky style so far. And I would be okay with just building him out like that by the time I get to level 25 too, if I can find the right stuff. Um, I think we are so used to trying to just force a straight DPS build on our characters. We love to just desecrate things in Diablo. I think right now, just for what we have in this beta, the druid is just going to be a tanky survival type of character. We'll see what's going to happen when the full game comes out. Alright, so I just lit him up right there without even kind of standing in the middle of stuff right there. Oh, you know what? I was about to say, why is it spamming so many creatures right here? I forgot I touched the chest. Oh, I feel like I could barely move right there. I like the fact that I got 2 dashes now, though. And I'm gonna have to. There we go. Okay, so it's giving me some decent damage there. And spiders jumping all over me while I'm trying to recover my health. Fortify is working pretty well on my basic attack, though. And the fact that I do more damage every time I'm just standing still spamming. It's like you just gotta trust in it. I feel like those are situations where normally you just panic, where you're just standing still getting hit in the face. Wow. So 8% increased dodge chance versus enemies afflicted by damage over time effects. This is interesting because I don't think I have any damage over time in my build. Let's see what else we got. We got damage to close. Okay. Says it adds poison damage. So I'm paying attention here. Poison damage is damage over time. So, and then it has an empty socket. This is beautiful. So we got a ring with 201 power here. Yeah. So we're gonna slot that in there. Now let's look at these abilities. I think I might be up where I can add a damage over time effect. Am I there yet? No. Rabies. Yeah, that's poisoning damage. That would be poisoning damage. But I'm not there yet. Is there something else? I'm trying to see if there anything else where I could add. Oh, this poisons them. And this gives me another companion, which is cool. So let's take it. All right, let's see. So this is some vines that they come up every now and then. That's what it says. Does it follow me though? Because it needs to follow me. It feels weird if it just. How long does this last? Emerges from the ground every 7 seconds. Oh well, we're gonna try this out. We definitely need to get to level 20 so we can rock those jewels in those sockets. But this is cool. Okay, so the vines don't really move around like that, I guess. Do the vines cost anything? No, they're just cooldown. Okay. Alright, we'll see how we feel about the vines. I think they're doing something, to be honest. I feel like they are. Yeah, I can see them. I can see it there. Like, yeah, I think it's doing something, right? Just go ahead and heal up. Did we get both of the? Yeah, we did get both watchmen, okay. And then we're just gonna go ahead and head into the gate. Forgot what the boss was for this dungeon. What's happening here? So I felt like when I first activated this, does this give immobilize? Vine strangle all surrounding enemies. Okay, it does. That's cool. It's an immobilizer too if I need to run away. I gotta remember that. That's an instant immobilizer. Because this character, like I said, sometimes you have to run away until my other cooldowns come back. So it does kind of combo with what I'm looking for here. I can do my stuff here. And then immobilize. There you go. That gives me some time and it's got poison over them. That's a nice little combo. Looks like I still saw the vine doing something over there. What's like that thing that's poison? He's poison. Okay, so I take a little bit of damage first, so I have something to shield. And yeah, we'll dash out. Alright, so yeah, like I said, it's a lame strategy, but hey, it's about survivability. What if you were gonna play a druid on hardcore mode? You need to know how to survive, right? Feel like I didn't really need to use that dash. But see, I'm gonna wait till I take some damage before I armor up here. Just because I want to make good use of the cooldowns. Alright. So that was pretty good there. Good fight. was just kind of standing in that stuff just now. That was weird that I stood there for all of that. And I think I might just spam the immobilizer a little bit more. Dogs look like they barely doing any damage, bro. But that's okay. Remember, those are just there for extra health bars because those guys would be shooting at me right now, but I get free, very terrible basic attacks on them, as you can see. All right, so what we have equipped now, we've got a lot of extra stats added on. It's not really that much of a difference, to be honest. I would have more intelligence, which means I would regenerate. Now, I'm going to take what? Evade briefly gains movement speed, 40%. Yo, that is actually pretty cool. But I'm not gonna do that because the only reason I have two dashes is because of the boost I have now. So it's a trade-off. Those two are about equal in value in my opinion. I'm still doing poison damage somehow too. I think it's just because of the item itself. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The assimilation band is just gonna automatically do some poison damage, which is cool. Like if I pay attention, there might be some other items that I could equip later that have poison damage on them too. And let's go back and really pay attention here. Okay, I get increased dodge chance when they're poison, when they take poison. So yeah, just makes me more tanky, evasive type stuff. You know, just goes with the build. And that's all we want is survivability, not to be able to take damage because we're not doing a whole lot, and that's fine. That is totally fine. It wasn't cool at first when I started playing through it, and I'm like, yo, where's all the damage? But now that we understand, it's totally okay. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. A lot of good crowd control here. I feel like that would combo really well with the lightning skill. And it's almost making me want to change it too. Granted, I am getting a fortified. Why are my basic attacks stopping? I'm getting good dodge too because of that. That's kind of cool. But it's making me I low-key want to change to this lightning attack because this chains 2 up to 3 surrounding enemies, and I feel like I could just get more out of that, like as a basic. But I don't know. The defense is good, but this would give me that'll give me more mobilization and it can chain to additional targets. That's fine. I'll just heal up, shield and heal. It's a good combo. So I mean, we could all argue and say, yeah, Druid sucks. I just think if we're talking about damage, yeah, the damage is not good. Will it have its place in a party of other classes? You're saying you're playing with a team of people. Will you actually be helpful? I don't know. That's gonna be hard to say. So I'm wondering, should I immobilize first? Just because it has the higher cooldown. Trying to figure out my sequence of... Is he running away from me? Okay. dodge chances up while you're poisoned. That's actually good. That's actually kind of good. He's missing me. All right, let's not get too crazy. But no, he's missing me. We're gonna wait till the shield and stuff comes back first. We could take the globe since the globe was right there. This is actually kind of good. I don't. I look like I'm not really that killable. Granted, this is one of the easier dungeon bosses, but so what? So I know once I put that poison down on him,
I must wait a moment.
I can kind of stand in and fight him a little bit. What happened? I couldn't do my skill. Okay, we'll run around for just a little bit. Yeah, we know if we got that poison on him, we
I'm
can
not
take our
ready
chances with
yet.
DPS. What? How am I? I keep getting knocked down by the wolves. It's so annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and heal though. Even though my cooldowns were coming back, I usually just rely on my cooldowns and not the potions as much. You see, it's hard to finish off the little bit of what we got here. Wolves actually went down for a change. Um, Burnt my dash with a panic. But yeah, everything turned out all right. So yeah, that was the Lights Watch dungeon with the Druid at level 16. So we're almost there, 25. Just keep grinding. Let me know what you think of the video down below if you want to see me play some other dungeons or you want more Diablo 4 videos just like this one. Thank you for watching.